Hello YouTubers, it is me, Hacker Billy. Today we'll be looking at how to modify the Disney Store Zurg to have posable fingers and a posable wrist, as I feel like that's one of the many improvements that can be made to this Zurg. As always, here's a warning to my younger viewers who are wishing to attempt this project or some of my other projects. Now, let's get into it with the list of materials. First up, Zurg's arm. Next, some gray ball joints I found on Amazon, a nail polishing kit, snips, box cutter, hot glue, rotary tool, these two paints, and possibly other things such as paintbrushes or an airbrush. Now, the first thing we want to do is to either light the end of a hot glue stick on fire or put hot glue onto the glue stick. Next, stick it onto this screw cap. Leave it alone for about 10 minutes to dry, then come back and pull it quick and fast. The cap should just pop right out of the socket without any damage. Then just remove it off the glue stick and wipe off any excess hot glue. Now, repeat this for the purple one. Which it seems they glued the purple one in with super glue, so it wasn't working. So just take the absolute smallest, tiniest flathead screwdriver you can find, and just wedge it into the edge area of the arm and the cap, as you want to remove the cap with as little damage as possible. Just gently push it up and it should pop out. Next, unscrew the arm and try not to let the screws run away from you. Then, just pop apart the arm, get the hand, and set the arm to the side. Now, take your snips. You want to go to the underneath of the hand and try to snip off this rivet part. And push out the pipe so we have access to the fingers. I accidentally bent mine, so I rebent it back to shape. Now, take your box cutter and separate all the fingers. Next, use the blade to kind of whittle the middle plastic off of each finger till you have fingers that look like the index finger. I took sandpaper and the nail polish kit to sand them super smooth and give them a proper smooth plastic feel. Now, take the hand and chop off the wrist bit and the thumb. Cut off each edge of the circle on the thumb, as we won't need those. Take your rotary tool and use the tiny bit to hollow out the leftover spear on the thumb. I trimmed off extra plastic with snips and sanded it smooth. Now, I am working on creating a divot in the hand for the thumb joint to go into. My Dremel did slip, so I accidentally created a cut. It's okay because a bit of super glue, baking soda, and sanding will make that like new again. Now, remove off the rest of the wrist area and whittle the edge plastic off. We want to make another divot for the wrist joint to go into, much like the thumb. Let's get our joints out of here and work on drilling holes for the joints to fit into. I use these tiny drill bits to do it by hand, but you can use your rotary tool or other methods to drill the holes. Now, we will go ahead and glue in the wrist ball joint half. We want it to be as dead center as we can. Do the same for the thumb. I went ahead and used super glue and baking soda on the edges of the thumb, along with sanding it, so that way it all seems like one uniform piece. Now sand all the pieces a bit, as we will be painting them. Having them slightly sanded will help the paint stick. Go ahead and trim the wrist bit and drill a hole into it for the socket to fit. Do a test fit and see if it all works like you want. Glue the socket into place. I used a bit of baking soda to cure it faster. I decided I didn't enjoy how difficult it was to move the hand on this Zurg, so I went in with my Dremel to remove some plastic and give my hand more freedom to swivel. I didn't want to risk breaking the articulation either from using too much force. Once you are happy with that, it's time for painting. Though, preferably with a clean paint thingy. Now, mix up that black and silver paint from earlier until you can match Zurg's paint as closely as possible. Then, paint it on in thin layers to cover up the red plastic. I am very impatient, so I always use my heat gun on low to dry the paint faster, so I can add another light layer of paint. If you are happy with that, then you can just do touch-up paint. I decided that I wasn't happy with it, so I just redid the paint on the entire hand with my airbrush and sealed it with Mod Podge. Then, once it was dry, I reassembled the hand. I did a tiny drop of hot glue on each of the fingers to keep them from being super loose on the pin. Now each finger holds its position, and the wrist and thumb articulation works great. Thank you all so much for watching this in-depth tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you like these types of videos, or even enjoy movie-accurate toys, please subscribe to my channel. It makes a huge difference as I am very close to 1,000 subscribers and would love to finally reach that goal. I thank you all so much again for watching, and have a good one.